Good morning and happy Taco Tuesday. My name's CJ Curry and I'm back with a couple more prize picks plays for you to consider on today's Taco Tuesday slate, February 6, 2024. Hope you guys are having a great week thus far. First and foremost, if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, hit the subscribe button now, ring that bell, turn on all notifications so that as soon as I drop a new piece of content, you guys get alerted. And then let's go for more than 199.5 likes. I'm gonna say 200 or more likes. We could definitely get that done. You and me together, we got this. All right, if you're not playing on PrizePicks yet, well, it's a great time for you to get started. Because of Taco Tuesday, which is their weekly player projection discounts. There's going to be at least 3 tacos today across the board that are going to be discounted typically. So we like discounts here on PrizePicks. And B, because they're still doing a 100% instant deposit match. So if you have never played on PrizePicks before, you make your first deposit. For every dollar you put in up to $100, they're going to match you, making your first entry on PrizePicks completely risk-free and on the house. Who doesn't like a free bet? We'll have a link for you down in the description of today's video. Use code Curry and make that first deposit. Get started on PrizePicks. All right, gang. We're sticking with the white boys today. We got Chet Holmgren taking on the Utah Jazz, and we got Tyler Hero against the Orlando Magic. Starting off with Chet Holmgren, 2.5 assists. Let's swing over to the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer. We don't have to go down very far. We don't have to go searching very far because Chet Holmgren is definitely a plus EV play as of this hour, right around 8 a.m. Eastern time. He is one of the most optimal plays on the PrizePicks board right now. At 2.5 assists, he's got about a 54.3% chance of going over 2.5. He needs 3 or more dimes, and then we get paid. Notice I didn't say a 100% guarantee that he's going to go over 2.5 assists. I said a 54.3% chance based on the odds from all these different sports books. Minus 138 betting favorite to go over on FanDuel. A minus 145 betting favorite to go over on DraftKings. All right? So it's not a lock. It's not a guarantee. There's no such thing in this game that we play. But when they set these props to a 50-50 prop position and we've got a 54.3% chance of him going over, well, the edge or advantage is in our favor. And we'll take those edges and advantages all day long, twice on Sunday. All right, so Chet Holmgren's looking like a good play for more than 2.5 assists. Let's go over to PropStatCash real quick. I've got his game logs pulled up. He's done a pretty good job here this season. 54% hit rate, meaning that in the 50 games in which he's appeared, he's gone over this number in 27 out of 50. Now, that number gets even better here. He shoots up to a 57% hit rate over the last 30 games. As you can see here, averaging 2.9 assists, nearly 3 assists per game, hitting in 17 out of his last 30. But then we look at the last 15, and that hit rate goes up even more. 67% hit rate over his last 15 games. He's hit the over in 10 out of his last 15. So Chet Holmgren may not be scoring the ball very well, but he is dropping some dimes, and that's all we're looking at today. Now, he has played 2 games against the Utah Jazz this season. He had 2 assists in one game, 5 assists in another. So he's 1 for 2 in head-to-heads versus Utah. So you're going to have a fighting chance, all right? He's going to get you anywhere from 2 being the floor, 5 being the ceiling. So you're going to be in a pretty good position here with Chet Holmgren to get you at least 3 assists or more for the most part. Now, as far as the Utah Jazz go, guys, 29th in assists allowed per game to opposing teams, meaning there's only one team giving up more assists per game to opposing teams than this Utah Jazz team is. So is it a good matchup? Yeah. I mean, in terms of assists, it's a great matchup. Things are looking pretty good here. And when we swing over here to the DVP chart and we look at the last 7 games and we pull up the Utah Jazz, you can see they're giving up about 5.2 assists per game to opposing centers. That is a top 10 average per game over the last 7 games. So it is a great spot here for Chet Holmgren to find those 3 assists. But you know we can't finish talking about Chet Holmgren's assists without giving you a player projection. And so we're going to head over here to RotoWire, one of my favorite tools. Guys, there's a link down in the description of today's video that'll get you a free all-access 2-day pass You could try RotoWire out for yourself if you've never tried it before. Let's look at Chet Holmgren's projection on his assists. 2.69 over here on RotoWire. They do lean toward the more or the over for Chet Holmgren's assists, so things are looking pretty good there at the 2.5 assist mark. And then when we go over here to Fantasy Labs, another one of the tools that I really like, we type in Chet Holmgren's name there. You can see that he's projected for 3.4 assists. Now, is he going to get you 6 or 7 assists? Probably not. Most of the time, no. But all we need is 3. He's projecting well. His hit rates are good in the last 15, last 30 games. Head-to-head hit rates, not bad. And we know that the matchup's looking pretty good. So for me, Chet Holmgren would be a more option at 2.5 assists. Now let's talk about this next guy. But before we do that, I want to tell you a little bit about Dub Club. If you guys are looking for even more picks, plays, and parlays than I can provide here on YouTube, guys, I've got a community set up for you. The Eyes on the Prize Discord, in conjunction with Dub Club, is here to help you out. We got a family-friendly community, a community of like-minded individuals who are all about sharing their favorite picks, plays, parlays, and research to help you win more together, thanks to Dub Club. If you're interested, 67 cents per day, pretty affordable, guys. You could probably find that walking from your car into your job, all right? You could probably find 67 cents laying on the ground somewhere. All right, 20 bucks a month, or if you want to go 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, you could save even more money by locking in with me for a longer duration. But we've got all the picks, plays, and parlays that you could possibly want. Check out the link that I've pinned down to the comment section below if you want to support the content here and what I do on YouTube for free. If you want to get access to even more winning picks, I got you. Check out Dub Club. All right. Tyler Herro. What are we going to do with Tyler Herro today? We got 2 different ways we could play Tyler Herro. We got his points, rebounds, and assists setting at 24.5. We've got his rebounds and assists setting at 7.5. 2 different good ways to go here on Tyler Herro. Let's go back over here to the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer. Now I'm going to show you guys how to use this tool. Simple way you can use this to be effective. You could just punch in his name, all right? And then once you get the search results pulled up here, you got the PRA sitting as the top optimal way to play Tyler Herro. He's at 24.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Now, the optimizer is giving us over a 54% chance of him going over 24.5 points, rebounds, and assists. And you can see a lot of these sports books, such as Pinnacle and FanDuel and DraftKings, already have him at 25.5 points, rebounds, and assists, meaning it's just a matter of time before PrizePicks is going to be forced into bumping this play up from 24.5 up to 25, maybe even as high as 25.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Now, another way that I like to play Tyler Herro today. Rebounds and assists at 7.5. Now, this one's not as high up on the optimizer as the other one, but we're going to dig into his game logs and look at both of these. Points are another option, by the way. Just throwing it out there. You guys complain about the bumps. I can't control those, but I'm giving you 2 or 3 different looks, 2 or 3 different ways that you could play Tyler Herro today in case his PRA gets bumped up, which it probably will. So taking a look at Tyler Herro's game logs here at 24.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He's been absolutely phenomenal at covering 24.5 PRA. He's gone over in 77% of the games in which he's appeared. That's a 23 out of 30 hit rate. And things get even sweeter for Tyler Herro when he plays at home. I mean, look at all this luscious green here on his home game logs. 14 out of 15 times Tyler Herro has played at home, he has gone over 24.5 points, rebounds, and assists. You could see why this could be a really good way to play Tyler Herro today. I mean, 93% hit rate, 31.7 points, rebounds, and assists per game when he plays at home. Now, we have to keep in mind that the Miami Heat have a little bit of a different cast of characters than they've had for most of the season. So let's look at games played with a guy like Bam Adebayo. We're going to add Terry Rozier to the mix, Jimmy Butler, Highsmith. And when we add those key players in for the Miami Heat, you can see that the hit rates are still pretty good. I mean, they've all played together 6 games. Herro's gone over in 4 out of 6, 67% hit rate, and he's averaging 26.3 PRA in those 6 games. So still looking pretty decent here. Look at the home games. He's played 4 home games. alongside of Adebayo, Rozier, Butler, and Highsmith. He's gone over in all 4 home games, 27, 28, 27, and 30 PRA respectively. So is this a good play? I mean, it looks like a good play. The hit rates look good. Everything looks pretty solid on it. Now, why did I mention the rebounds and assists? Well, let's go take a look at those. Let me clear this out. We'll remove those filters. We'll look at the rebounds and assists for Tyler Herro at 7.5 today. Well, he's gone over this number in 80% of the games in which he's appeared this season. 24 out of 30 hit rate, 9.6 rebounds plus assists per game. So that's a pretty darn good average, right? We're liking what we're seeing there. We look at the home games, not quite as high of a hit rate as the PRA at home. Still, though, 80% is respectable. 12 out of 15 games that he's appeared in at home, he's gone over 9.8 rebounds plus assists per game. So why am I looking at the rebounds and assists as a good alternative if the PRA gets bumped up? Well, when we're going back to these filters and we add games played with Adebayo, Rozier, Butler, and Highsmith, well, here's what we're left with. Those 6 games, Tyler Herro's played alongside of those guys. He's gone over in 5 out of 6 on the rebounds and assists. So I think this is a fine alternative if the PRA ends up getting bumped up to, let's say, 25 or 25.5. You could just pivot on over to this play. 83% hit rate, 9.5 rebounds plus assists. The only game that he missed was against the New York Knicks. He only had 4 rebounds and assists in that game. But he hit 9, 9, 10, 16, and 9. So he's actually got a higher hit rate on the rebounds and assists with Rozier, Adebayo, Butler, and Highsmith in the starting lineup. Now, you could also take a look at the home games. He's 4 for 4, just like the PRA when he's playing alongside of those other teammates. 9, 9, 10, and 16 in his most recent home game against the Sacramento Kings. Now, today's game against the Orlando Magic is going to be a game that's expected to be very low scoring. So you could probably expect a slow, snail-like pace. It is expected to stay close, but as far as game totals go, this is the lowest total projection on the slate, about 211 points, I think they said. So let's look at some projections here on Tyler Herro. I think we've dug pretty darn deep, about as deep as we can go. Now we're heading over to RotoWire. We mentioned the points briefly. Those are projecting good, 16.8. We look at the rebounds and assists. That was the alternative if the PRA gets bumped. 8.7 rebounds and assists. The PRA, I think it might have just gotten bumped. It's at 25.6 projected points, rebounds, and assists. PrizePicks doesn't waste any time. Now let's go back over here to Fantasy Labs and their action projection tool. He's projected for 16.4 points. I think his line was at what, 16.5. So, that's all right. The PRA is projected for 24.7. His line was 24.5. I think it's been bumped up to 25.5. And then you got the rebounds and assists, which is my go-to pivot play for Tyler Herro today. He's projected for 8.3 rebounds and assists there. So, yes, just confirming while I'm recording this video, they just bumped Tyler Herro's PRA up to 25.5 PRA. So unfortunately, we're not going to be able to play Tyler Herro's PRA at the 24.5. It's been bumped up to 25.5. And on top of that, it looks like they removed Chet Holmgren. So I guess we're down to just one play. It would be Tyler Herro for more than 7.5 rebounds and assists. But listen, if you're playing on any other sites out there, it's good to have, money on a couple different apps, whether that be Underdog, whether that be Chalkboard, whether that be Sleeper. Maybe you could find these picks on a different app. I don't want this video to go to waste. So we're going to go ahead and send it out there. Even though things have been bumped and removed, we did the best we could. But hopefully you can find these on your favorite sports book, or maybe you could find it on a different DFS Pick'em app. I tried, guys, but PrizePicks be bumping. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.